So messing around with the camera settings, you can kind of see my face better in low light environments. See if the lights do any? Sort of, Anyway, so the fall of Jericho. Yes, there's plenty of archaeological evidence for this. The main reason why people don't want to believe it is because they don't want to go against consensus. Yeah, no other reason. There's even trash piles associated with the time period this would be taking place. Anyway, so I'm going to be explaining to you the logistics behind this. So, imagine a wall, like one part here, one part here. And in between this is a bunch of just stuff to make sure the two parts are stable and make it so they can't just break through one part and get into the city. That they have to go through one part, this like pile of rubble filler, and then another part, which would be harder. At least in theory, that's how it's supposed to work. These walls. But that's not how they actually work, because the people think, oh, that's a great place to live. And they will carve out like little homes and stuff in the wall, which weakens its structural stability. See if I can find a picture. Open. Well, casemate walls? Casemate walls. No, you... Anyway. Okay, something like this. Something like this. No. What the frick? Move. No. Like this. So, this would be filled with debris and stuff. And people would make little holes in them for like houses, like see like in here and other things, or why is this strange? Anyway, oh, whatever. Or in here, another example, here's another. So these types of walls, people carve out and make a little home, which, as you can imagine, ruin their structural stability by a lot. Like, a whole frickin' lot. Anyway, so, who would know this? Well, obviously the people didn't really know or care about it at the time all that much. But a all-knowing God would. And how would an all-knowing God break down this wall in a way which proves it wasn't done by human hands or human knowledge for the time? Simple. By making a spectacle and drawing the people. It's almost 9:30 anyway. People over to the wall. First, a few people one day, then more like, hey, you gotta see this. These people are so bizarre. And then another people, more and more, all coming piling up on the part of the wall. Yes. Yes, and just, I mean, continuously putting more weight and more weight on the wall. Particularly, point was stop as they just like follow, like, what's going on? And then also like stop at like this one, and then the wall just give up because it doesn't have its structural stability anymore and comes tumbling down. Yeah. The miracle isn't the wall coming down. The miracle is the fact that Rahab survived. Your Sunday school class has taught you wrong, atheist. Sorry. So yeah, that's basically how that worked. That's why they were doing it, to come and make the people. Why is the camera frozen? Show up and come to the city wall and put weight on it and make it fall. So yeah, Ancient Egyptian Bible will be a good resource to ask more questions about this, but yeah, basically that's how these worked. See you next time for, well, someone who didn't listen to the command that you shouldn't take anything from the city. Yeah, bye.